Will Salah be fit? Defensive crisis at Arsenal? Jorginho off pens for Chelsea? And all your predicted 11s as always. This is Fantasy Football Cheat Sheet, where we give you up-to-date injury news, predicted lineups, who to transfer in, and loads more. And all from official sources. Oh, and before I start, it's great to see Jose watching the cheat sheet, isn't it? See, he knows how good this show is. Come on then, let's see what's on this week's headline news. Who's going to play for Liverpool this weekend is all we're thinking, right? It looks likely Reece Williams is going to get the nod at centre-half alongside Joe Gomez for the Game Week 7 clash against Moyes' boys. Matip still hasn't trained this week, while Fabinho came off after half an hour during their midweek Champions League game. He's likely to be missing until at least after the international break. Michail Antonio will be licking his lips. Oh wait, no he won't. Yep, sorry Hammers fans. TalkSport yesterday confirmed he's likely to be missing for at least 4 weeks. That means Sebastian Haller will be leading the attack at Anfield. For those of you who watched Tuesday's game, you'll have noticed Mo Salah limping off. And I hate to break it to you Liverpool fans. He trained on Thursday and he'll be fine to play against West Ham. Just a little Halloween scare for you there, eh? The same can't be said for Thiago and Keita though, both of whom are still yet to get back out on the training pitch. Okay, let's see who else we're welcoming into the treatment room. First up, Aguero. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there who went with the Argentinian last week who had differential written all over him. Well, unlucky, because he limped off at half-time with what looked like a reoccurrence of his long-term injury. Come on, admit it. Who of you out there gambled on him? Given it's a muscle injury, we can't see him being back for at least until after the international break. So expect to see Raheem Sterling playing through the middle for Game Week 7. On a more positive note, Kevin De Bruyne did play 82 minutes against Marseille during the week. And guess what? He bagged 2 assists as well. Now to Arsenal's recent conquerors, Leicester. Go on, you foxes. Timothy Castagne has proven to be a massive hit with the fantasy football fans this season, which is why it's worth noting he is out until after the international break. Look, I keep mentioning the international break, and I've not even said when it is. Sadly, this will be coming after Game Week 8. With only Albrighton as an obvious right-sided replacement, there's more responsibility for cheap pick James Justin. Rodgers also mentioned this week that Ricardo Pereira is close to a return. Yes! So start adjusting your budgets for when he comes back. Now, will you be getting him straight in? Because I know I will. Let us know in the comments below. An injury roundup wouldn't be complete without a crisis at Arsenal, would it? Louise, Holding, Chambers, Mari are all out for the big clash against United this weekend. God help them. Mustafi, the likely replacement, came off with an old injury on Thursday as well. It means the in-form Marcus Rashford could be up against a back two of Gabriel and William Saliba. The Gooners failed to hit the barn door with the banjo last week, which means we could see the fit again William come straight back into the side. And will we finally see Aubameyang playing through the middle? We reckon this could be the week. Tyrick Mitchell at Palace is another popular one amongst you fantasy football lot. Unfortunately, the young left-back picked up a knock this week and is a serious doubt for Game Week 7. Probably time to say your goodbyes to him anyway, as Patrick Van Aanholt came on for 20 minutes against Fulham last week and is clearly the #1 left-back when fit. Gaz Cahill is back too after he was chopped in half by Lewis Dunk 2 weeks ago. What other updates do we have for you from around the training grounds this week? One interesting storyline to keep your eye on at Chelsea is the penalty taker situation. Yeah, that's right. Jorginho missed his second successive spot kick during the week, and in the same game, Timo Werner converted a pen. Lamps' press conference did suggest we could see a change in the taker this weekend. Hakim Ziyech also started and scored against European giants Krasnodar on Wednesday. It means he probably won't start in Game Week 7, but we're getting very close to seeing the front three of Pulisic, Werner and Ziyech. Testicles! James Rodriguez is suffering with inflamed testicles ahead of Everton's trip away from Newcastle. Oof. For the 20,000 Burnley fans who I'm sure watch this show, Dyche confirmed this week there are still injury issues for Bardsley, Peters and me. No, not me, Ben Me. That joke's been done now, hasn't it? Come on. As always, in honour of Gareth Barry, the man who received 125 yellow cards and 6 red cards, we take a quick look at who's suspended ahead of the weekend. To my left are the naughty boys. The biggest news is that Lucas Digne has had the ban reduced from 3 games to just 1. That gives those who have him a little problem. Do you ride it out for 1 week or pull the trigger? Richarlison's replacement, Alex Iwobi, really struggled last week. Expect Bernard to take up the left wing duties at St James's Park on Sunday. So, who should you be getting in this week then? Pick number 1, Raheem Sterling. I'm sure most of you have jumped on the Spurs bandwagon, and rightly so. Son and Kane are electric and have 13 Premier League goals between them. But if you're looking for a differential, Sterling is your man. He's got 5 goals and 4 assists in all comps this season, and City haven't even got started yet. Aguero's injury means he'll be playing a central role. Let's not forget how prolific the guy is, especially now KDB is back in full fitness. Expect a few of those back post tap-ins over the next couple of weeks. Pick number 2, Danny Ings. I don't know why, but I always feel uncomfortable putting Danny Ings in my fantasy side. Probably because he's Danny Ings. But he really does need to be spoken about in the same breath as Kane, Aguero and the other big boys. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists in 6 starts for Southampton, which has included games against Spurs, Everton and Chelsea. And now that tough run is out of the way, they've got a really appealing run of games ahead of them. Get him Ings. See? Pick number 3, Timo Werner. That's right, we're going to keep banging the Timo Werner drum here at Dream Team. Since moving into a more central role, he's scored 3 goals and 2 assists in 4 starts. And with a fully fit Pulisic and Ziyech either side of him, this record is only going to get better. We're expecting him to be challenging right at the top of the goal scoring charts very soon. So you're up to speed with who's available. So let's get some predicted lineups coming your way. These are all based on the information that we've read. Ultimately, we don't know what the gaffers are thinking, but these 11s shouldn't be far off the real things. Right, unfortunately that's all from us. Just before I leave you though, I've got to remind you about our Dream Team fantasy football game. We've got a new exciting subscription service for you this year called Dream Team Coach. It offers projected scores, fixture difficulty rating, projected price changes and loads more if you're looking for that extra detail when picking your team. It's available really easy in the app, and there's a link in the description below. And finally, let us know what you thought of the show in the comments below. Tell all your mates about us. We're working hard every week to give you the most informative video on the internet for fantasy football. And let us know what your teams are going to look like. Have you got any obscure picks? How's your season gone so far? Okay, I'm off. Now quickly go and make your changes before the Wolves game. See you next week.